Welcome back, my budding boomers. We're playing Boom Beach, of course. It's the 12th of October. That means it's a start of a 3-day cycle yet again, and we're taking him on the tropical island. Now, yesterday I managed to get another landing craft up to level 19. Today I want to get one of my landing craft up to level 20, so that way we'll be able to carry 8 warriors, which is going to be very nice. So what that means I'm going to have to do, yes, I got painfully close. I had 3.6 million both wood and stone, but nowhere near enough iron. So what I'm going to have to do is just go over the edge, and I'm going to go ahead and go a little bit crazy with my resource reward boosting. I do have another one somewhere around here. I'm not quite sure where it is though. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, there it is. Hidden away. Alright, so let's go ahead and boost this guy as well. And that's going to give us a massive boost. And now we've got 3 hours to go ahead and take on Dr. Terra, which is more than enough time. I only need about 20 minutes, hopefully. Alright, so I'm going to go drop 2 boatloads over here. Seems like our guys are all going to go ahead and go for that same supply point. But here we go, they start splitting off. You can even go ahead and shock all 3 of these defensive buildings. Just missed that mortar. But it's alright. You don't really need to worry about too much over here. As long as you get that flamethrower, you are all good. Let's go ahead and use some of our critters as well. A very underused gunboat energy ability from me. And look at that, we get a lot of good stuff today. Now this week, I actually do want to go get 100 intel if I'm able to. I think that would be very cool. I'll also be able to hit 600 victory points today as well. Well, not today, but this week. Which is quite an achievement at that too. Very much looking forward to hitting that, because that's a bit like Champions League in Clash of Clans. Alright, so over here I'm going to go ahead and shock all 3 of these defenses. Ooh, I just missed that sniper tower. Can't talk today for some reason. Dropped quite a bit of warriors, but as long as you go ahead and shock right in between those 3 defenses, you'll be alright. And we take that down super quickly yet again. Best thing about the tropical episodes is just how quick we can get through them. And there's not too much walking about, like hanging around the side of the map and using a stealthy technique. Around the base, you just go pretty much straight up the middle. Alright, so over here, we are going to have to go probably flare onto the sniper tower over here. And then onto the headquarters, just to go ahead and miss the mines out around over here. What I'm going to do is put all these guys in over here. Go ahead and flare onto the sniper tower, of course. That flamethrower hits us a bit. Probably could have used a flame a little bit closer to that flamethrower, or the smoke close to that flamethrower. And over here, all I'm going to do is use... all you really need is 1 shock. Oh. I actually go ahead and miss the cannon over here. That's alright though. Managed to get one of our guys, I think. I'm sure you'd be able to go ahead and shock all of those defenses up on the right hand side, but I obviously failed. Alright, so, because I've got my warriors up such a high level, the best thing is I can just keep on taking on Dr. Terra without having to stop and wait for warriors to cook up. Once you get through the game, like to the end game, it becomes a lot more fun because you can go ahead and attack continuously pretty much. I guess you can always do that with tanks though, can't you? It's just, I've never really used tanks. Mine are only like level 4 or so. Alright, anyways, we're going to go to the right hand side yet again. And then onto the headquarters. Alrighty. So I think we're going to have to go ahead and flare onto the mortar first. Actually. Just use 1 smoke. There we go. Then I'll go ahead and smoke up onto that cannon. Did I lose a guy? I must have lost a guy. Oh no, I didn't. It means we're gaining one, sorry. We gained one from last episode. Took my sweet time in telling my warriors where to go. That's alright. I'm going to go ahead and shock that shock launcher and these cannons. And I'll just throw the rest of the heals down just to negate that mortar and the sniper tower. And it seems like we did a very good job. Didn't really need to throw all those heals down, but of course, as I say, prefer for no guys to die. Alright, so where are we at now? Almost got all of our warriors now. And let's see. So you need 3.6 million of all your resources, wood, stone, and iron. At least the building resources. So that's definitely a tough cookie. 3.6 million iron is hard to get like every single time you want to upgrade to level 20 gunboat. Or not gunboat, but landing craft. Alright, so over here, we're going to have to go ahead and clear a lot of these mines out of the way. I think we're just going to go straight up the middle. And then onto the headquarters. So let's go ahead and attack. Probably should have checked the health on the headquarters, because I don't think I did. Anyways, let's go ahead and barrage. Just to the bottom left slightly of the headquarters, and that's alright. That is alright indeed. And now what I'm going to do is let's think of a good path. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is... There's one smoke on the beach. Alright, and now we'll go ahead and go onto... Ooh. Took my sweet time there. And now onto the headquarters. We should miss that boom mine. Oh, we don't. Although that boom mine doesn't actually manage to get most of my guys. Doesn't do a lot of damage. Alright, shock once. And that's more than enough. I'm going to just throw a couple of heals down, so that guys don't die. A couple of cannons are picking us off though. That wasn't the best pathing, to be quite honest with you. Probably could have, I should have double smoked the beach. It would have been much better. Would have been, I try to conserve. After all, whose video was that? This video, Savage Warrior. Savage Warrior does really good videos. And that's why I'm trying to do the one smoke as well. He's influenced me to go ahead and do one smoke on the beach instead of using two. But using two is also very good because you obviously protect all your guys. Alright, so are we going to be able to take on stage 6? Now, I'm not using any boosts apart from the resource rewards. Let's go check this out. 140 plus 179,000. Alright, so before we get into stage 6, I must say that this stage is incredibly difficult for warriors. So what I did is I boosted my troop health, my troop damage, as well as gunboat energy masterpieces, as well as my troop damage guardian. Now, everything will be down below in the description as well, so you guys can check that out. But let's get into stage 6 and just have a look at just how difficult this stage is, because it is so tough for warriors. So, first of all, the headquarters has 140 plus 179,000 health, so it doesn't seem like it's all that much. Although the real problem here is that there's 3 shock launchers. 2 of them are right on the beach. Unfortunately, I didn't shock, or at least I didn't smoke properly twice on the beach. I didn't double smoke the beach, and my warriors got stuck, and they could not move at all because these 2 shock launchers were just shooting at us continuously. And then the machine gun was picking us off. That was rather embarrassing. So what I'm going to do is flare to this machine gun, then onto the supply point to miss all these mines, and then onto the headquarters. Now, because I'm so boosted up, I should be able to do this pretty easily, but stage 6, definitely very difficult. So what I've got is 105 gunboat energy now. What I'm going to do is just send in an artillery right over here. Ooh, that was not the best. I did try to get that boom mine as well as the supplies. You can get all of them, but that's alright. I'll leave it as it is. Now what I'll do is go ahead and smoke twice up over here. Flare to the machine gun. And pray that none of the shock launchers get a shock off. Thankfully they don't. Go ahead and smoke and flare to the supply point. Smoke the headquarters. Send our guys in. And we make it there pretty good. Alright, throw a medkit down. Alright, now it's just a waiting game, really. Thankfully, our guys seem to do pretty well, but as soon as everything's able to attack us, you lose a lot of guys pretty quickly. You definitely need enough strength, enough damage. To be quite honest, I wouldn't recommend this if you're anywhere near lower than me, because this is such a difficult stage for stage 6, to say the least. But I went ahead and boosted everything, so let's go ahead and get into stage. Alright, and on to stage 7 we go with all our boosts. Now this stage has 2 shock launchers, which unfortunately are at a fair distance away from each other, so that means we're going to need to use 2 shocks on them. And then I think all we'll need to do is just use 1 shock, particularly on that machine gun that's right next to the headquarters on the left. And that'll also stop a couple of these rocket launchers and cannons as well. In the meantime though, all we have to do is just clear out a path and we should be good. So let's go ahead and get started. Gonna go ahead and get 1 artillery. Now of course I do have massive boost as well, so that obviously helps me out a lot. But chuck 1 artillery straight onto that boom mine and that will get rid of everything around. Go ahead and double smoke the beach. And onto that cannon or mortar we go. I probably could have placed all of those guys a little bit closer together. That's alright. Then onto the next mortar. And then we go ahead and smoke and flare onto the headquarters. Hey, we make it there pretty much perfectly. I think 1 guy died though. So now what we need to do is go ahead and shock twice. Right now. Right now. Throw a heal down. Throw another heal down. You know what? We can even throw another heal down because why not? And the headquarters... Well, actually, I think I forgot to show you guys how much health the headquarters had, didn't I? Did I? That's the problem with recording these videos after a failed attempt. I can't remember which one was which because I'm not sure if I showed you. But it had like 154,000 health. So it had less health than stage 6 as well. So that's interesting. And that's why I guess we managed to destroy it that much easier than stage 6. But until next time though, guys, I'll see you later for yet another Dr. Terror. Tomorrow we'll be on the Volcano Island and hopefully it'll be a lot more fun than today's one. I found today's one very frustrating, to be honest. Especially stage 6. But I'll see you guys tomorrow.